If you want to progress fast as a video editor, the number one thing you need to master is being able to focus for long periods of time. Nowadays, people can't focus on anything, so mastering this one thing will already put you ahead of 99% of people. And no, this is not going to be some sponsored productivity app. This is going to be rewiring your mind, how you think about work, how you start your sessions, and how you manage your mental energy. I used to waste so much time, quote unquote, editing, which really was just checking my phone, watching some Imangazzi videos for inspiration, and telling myself I'm doing market research while watching YouTube. But now I've cracked the code. And in this video I'll show the 5 essential productivity tips every editor needs. And stick around for point number 4 because it helped me the most. Alright, number 1, the easiest, most obvious thing every one of you should do is taking your phone and throwing it the fuck out of the room. How many times have you told yourself that I'll just check my messages, or I'll just look for some inspiration on Twitter, only to see yourself scrolling on Instagram fucking reels. Video editing especially requires such deep focus, it is pretty much impossible to achieve if you have your phone next to you. Especially if you have notifications on and the screen's turning on every few minutes. But even if you have it in D&D or some focus mode or whatever, you still subconsciously know that the phone is next to you and your mind will start to wander, thinking about, I wonder what could be on there. Ruining your focus, of course. Physically, putting your phone in another room is the easiest and the best thing you'll ever do for productivity. I know it because I used to have my phone next to me, but now that I don't, it feels like I doubled my editing speed just from this one simple trick. And if you're trying to tell me that you have so important messages on there, you simply can't put it in another room for a couple hours, I'd say you're lying. And number 2, edit in 1 to 2 hour deep work blocks. This was a huge one for me, and it's actually what I learned from Andrew Tate's creative director, and he told me while we were on a call that if you're trying to do 12-hour work sessions, you're just setting yourself up for failure. What you actually need is shorter, fully focused deep work sessions where you are completely locked in on the task you're doing, and that way you'll get so much more stuff done than if you tried to do a 12-hour work session all in a row. And you will be shocked about how much you can get done in 90 minutes of full focus rather than 5 hours of checking your phone here and there. Now, I don't want to make this fully about Andrew Tate, but if you've seen the ads with the insane editing, guess how long it takes to make those? All done in under 24 hours. And that's literally world-class level editing. You won't see better than that anywhere. And it's not because they work 24 hours in a row. It's because the work they're doing is so optimized and they're so focused during it that 90 minutes for them is the same as 5 hours or even a day for you. So what should you actually do? I'd start with setting a 90-minute timer, and during that time, you do not take your eyes off the screen. You stay locked the fuck in. And after the timer goes off, you get up, maybe do some push-ups, do some stretching, go for a walk, then you can check your messages, and boom, once you've taken a little 15-minute break, you hop back in, another timer for 90 minutes, and boom, done, easy. Suddenly, you've finished all your tasks for the week in a day. Now, number 3, I want you to track the wins, not the time. You see, sitting at a desk for 12 hours is not an achievement if you get nothing done. I think I mentioned this in a previous video, but the only work you should be tracking is the work that goes out there to the world to see. And what I mean by that is sitting at a desk, watching tutorials, maybe doing some practice edit doesn't count as work. That's nothing. That's not real. It doesn't count. You did not achieve anything. The only thing you should be tracking is the work that goes out there to the world to see. Whether that's an outreach message that's going to be viewed by the prospect, or whether that's an edit you make and you post it on X, or you make it for a client. You see, that counts as work. When you start tracking your work like this, you become a lot more honest with yourself and you actually start seeing what you get done throughout the day. Remember that time spent does not equal progress made. Progress made means you've done something that's been viewed by another person. Someone has seen it. Now, number 4, plan out your entire day the previous night. I've noticed that a big problem people actually have when it comes to being productive is that they don't know actually what they should be doing. A lot of people want to be grinding and lock in and just fucking grind. but a lot of them just don't know what they should be doing. And that's why you need a checklist. Every night, I always plan out my whole entire day, step by step, so I'm never in a position of, I wonder what I should be doing. And that easily leads you to procrastinate and maybe scroll on some Instagram reels. Because whenever I get in that situation, I just take a look at my notebook, I see what I should be doing, and I just do it. I can actually show you, I'll go grab it real quick. Alright, so here we have it. Isn't it beautiful?
Look at this dude.
I got a lot of sauce in here. I'll check out where I got some. Okay, I got a really good one. So this is a checklist of some date. I don't know if you can see this, hopefully you can. But basically, first thing we have, wake up at 5 a.m. Easy, done. Next, we have send the trail course to the client. This was a course I edited, and here it tells me that I have to send the finished course to the client, because it was probably rendering overnight, I'd guess. Next, we have start editing Khaled's video. So, clear instructions on what I should do. Start editing video. Even a dumbass would understand what you have to do. And here it says edit until 7 a.m. So basically here I do a technique called eat the frog, which is basically if you'd have to eat a frog and you can choose, would you eat the frog before or after dinner? Which one would you choose? You had to eat the frog. Now if you choose to eat it after the dinner, you lose. Because when you eat it before the dinner, you get the hard thing done straight out of the way, and then you have the dinner left to kind of cleanse your palate. And the same thing with this. Immediately as I wake up, I get the hardest, most difficult tasks out of the way, and the most important tasks that need to get done, so then the rest of the day is easy. But anyway, edit until 7 a.m. So that's 2 hours of work done straight away, as soon as I wake up. Then I got my normal morning routine, then some coffee, and back to editing the video. So back to editing the Khaled video. It's clear instructions on what I should do. Back to editing the video. So this one. Then here we have 12 p.m. small break, can eat if needed. So all this time I'm fasted, I haven't even eaten anything. And at 12 p.m. I got a small break and I can eat if I want to. Then 12:30 back to work. So back to editing the Khaled video. Then next 15:30 p.m. I have workout. So this was another 2-hour work block. Like I said previously, you do not work for a lot of time in a row. You work in deep work blocks. So 15:30 I got workout. Then at 16:30, so 1 hour of working out, then I have eat. And then after that I have finished the video. And this is also another thing. When you write it down to finish the video, you actually get it done faster than if it was just continue editing the video. Because you see it, you write it, you're like, I have to finish the video, so you get it done. And this was a whole long form video done in a day. And then I have here, spent the rest of the day learning plus reading. So I watch some course videos, I read some books, and I just basically level up. And then I got sleep early. It's needed. Guess I was pretty tired when I wrote that. But anyway, that's just to give you an idea on how my checklist looks and something you should most likely do yourself. And the final point is number 5. There's a fly out here, hopefully you can't hear it. I want you to make editing as easy as possible. But the thing is that people naturally go towards the path of least resistance. And if you make editing hard and difficult and not optimized to start even doing anything, you most likely subconsciously avoid it, and you'll most likely subconsciously get distracted while editing. So what I want you to do is make everything as optimized and as easy and as flowing as possible. This means organizing, first of all your folders, so you know exactly where everything is, so when you're editing you can just go boom, 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 grab it on the timeline, done. The goal is that when you're editing you know exactly where everything is. There's never a point in time where you wander, your mind starts to wander and you lose focus. That doesn't happen because you're fully locked in and you know where everything is and your workflow is so optimized. It's just easy to work. By the way, I got another video about my workflow coming up. It's gonna be super valuable, so make sure to subscribe. So take some time today, go through your folders, make sure everything is beautifully organized and everything is flowing. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this one and I hope you found it valuable. There's another video on the screen right now, which is about outreaching to clients. It's also really good. Go ahead and click it, I'll see you in there. Peace.